V. Sanmati completed B.Optum in Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education and Research, and now I am pursuing a fellowship course in Indian Academy of Optometry in the topic of strabismic management. Strabismus refers to the misalignment of the eyes and do not look at the same point of the focus at the same time. It occurs usually over having a poor eye muscle control and farsighted. Proper eye alignment is important to avoid diplopia and for a good depth perception. When the eyes are misaligned, the brain receives the two different images and it creates diplopia or confusion. If strabismus is untreated, means can lead to a permanently reduced vision, develops amblyopia. Basically, strabismus has 4 types based on the direction of the deviation: ESO, EXO, HYPO, HYPER. ESO means inward deviation where the eyes turns in inward direction. EXO means outward deviation where the eyes turns in outward direction. Hyper means where the eyes turns in upward direction, and hypo means where the eyes turns in downward direction. These are the 4 deviation based on direction. ESO and EXO are horizontal deviation. Hyper and hypo are vertical deviation. The paralytical strabismus is damage to the 3rd, 4th or 6th cranial nerve with the result of the poor blood supply and damages to the nerves causes the paralytical strabismus. These are the basic types of the strabismus. Now I am doing the clinical video of strabismic evaluation. Patient came to the clinic with the complaint of squint, and I am doing the 4 evaluation: identification of the squint and identification of the squint in based on competency, and 3rd a Hirschberg test, and 4th a cover test. Let's start. First, identification of a squint based on direction. There is a misalignment in right eye, so the eye turns in outward direction, so he has a exotropia squint, divergent squint. And second one based on competency. From center primary position, levo elevation, levo version, levo depression, and center elevation and depression, and dexto elevation, dexto version, dexto depression in center. And I am observed the movement of the eye in all 9 gazes. Based on competency, there is an unaltered amount of a deviation, so competent squint. Third one, Hirschberg test. Hirschberg test is also known as a corneal light reflex test. Shining a pen torchlight from a distance of 2 feet, that light source is equally into the patient's eyes at midline. Instruct the patient to focus their gaze on the light source. Now observing the light reflex in right eye, there is a misalignment, so the light reflex is inwardly displacement from the pupil. Left eye is normal. Direct cover test for distance. I am giving a distance target. Now I am covering a normal eye and observing movement in right eye. For near, I am giving a near target and I am covering a normal eye and observing a movement in right eye. Cover uncover test for distance. For near. One, identification of a squint based on direction. In right eye, the movement of the eye towards the outward direction, so he has a exotropia squint in right eye. And the second one based on competency. Competency is classified into competent strabismus and incompetent strabismus. Competent squint means the angle of deviation or magnitude of a deviation is unaltered in all position of the gazes, means it's competent. Whereas incompetent means that amount of a deviation varies in all position of the gazes. It means incompetent strabismus. Position of the gazes are from center primary position to right side: dexto version, dexto elevation, dexto depression, end elevation, depression, and left side levo elevation, levo version, levo depression. In the comitant strabismus, although the eyes are misaligned, they retain their abnormal relation to each other in all position of the gazes. So the angle of deviation is unaltered in all directions. And incomitant strabismus may be paralytic or restrictive. Now in this case, he has a comitant exotropia, which is divergent deviation, manifest divergent deviation. Squinting eyes remains unaltered in all position of the gazes. There is no association of limited ocular movements, so he has a comitant exotropia or concomitant exotropia. And the third one is Hirschberg test. Hirschberg test is a corneal light reflex test. It is used to assess the ocular alignment, and it is a quick and simple way to assess the ocular alignment, particularly useful for testing a strabismus. Procedure is, I am shining the pen torchlight from the distance of 2 feet, instruct the patient to focus their gaze on the light source and observe the light reflex. If there is a normal alignment, means the corneal reflection will appear in center of the pupil. If esotropia present, means that corneal reflex appearing outwardly displacement from the pupil. If exotropia present, means that corneal reflex will appearing inwardly displacement from the pupil. Hirschberg test is based on premise that there is a 1 mm decentration from the pupil is correspond to 7 degree or 15 diopters. Now in this case there is a 3 mm decentration from the pupil, so it's correspond to 45 diopters. Cover test is an objective method to determination of the presence and amount of a strabismus. Patient should be enough cooperative to fixate the target, and patient should have a central fixation in both the eyes. Patient should have a sufficient vision to see the target. Direct cover test is to detect the manifest deviation, and cover and uncover is to detect the latent deviation. Cover test should be performed at both distance 6 meter and near 33 centimeter. Direct cover test procedure is normal eye should be covered while observing the movement in uncovered eye. Now in this case I am covering a normal eye, which is left eye, and observing the movement in right eye. The right eye is moving towards the nose when taking up a fixation, so he has a right eye exotropia. In this strabismic evaluation, I am concluding right eye exotropia and left eye normal.